do you think is worth being an adherent for? Because I think a lot of people, when they hear all of your criticisms, they may ask, if you see so much that is wrong with Islam, why stick around?
Well, to answer your question, I'll need to give you three separate answers from three separate perspectives. The first question is basically, why do I stick around with Islam? And the answer to that is that I don't believe that religion can be left, or that you can distance yourself away from a religion. I don't believe in such a thing. I believe that religion is part of one's heritage, and we can say openly that Islam is facing a serious challenge from within its own institutions, within its own leadership, within its own communities, and it can be very easy to be an ex-Muslim by just leaving the boat when it's sinking. But it's actually more difficult to remain in the religion and work very hard to amend certain issues, because obviously there are many victims left behind. You can't just leave and allow the clerics and the clerical institutions to then see that all the outspoken reformists and all the outspoken moderates have left the religion. Therefore, they can no longer speak about it, and these victims will just fall into the traps of the clerics, which is why I refuse to go down that path of being an ex-Muslim. That's number one. Secondly, I'm a religious person. I'm not just a Muslim by name. I'm a practicing Muslim imam. I'm actually very religious, and many people don't really think that of me because of how much I criticize certain aspects and elements of the religion. What I criticize is the man-made aspects of it. And you asked what I find so admiring in Islam. Islam is a combination of the majority of Abrahamic religions. One of the very important aspects of the Quran is that it hasn't really brought anything new. It's basically a repetition of what had already been stated in the Torah and in the Bible, as well as other books such as the Suhuf of Abraham. And I find that to be very challenging when someone tells me that the Quran in itself needs to be wiped out. I mean, how are we going to wipe out the story of Jesus Christ, the miracles of Moses? There are many things in the book, if not taken literally, can actually be compared to books such as the Old Testament and so on and so forth. And then we can then take a look at Enlightenment and Reformation and so on. Not that I believe in Reformation in Islam as a religion, but I do believe that on a social level, we can have reformed Muslim communities such as myself, Majid Nawaz, Rahim Raza, and the community